Business Analysis with Algebra Web 3 class. In Blackboard, you will find in your Lessons tab all of the files that you will need to complete this course successfully, and all of the links that take you into MyMathlab where all of your graded assignments are. So I'll show you 1 week. If you open week 1, you'll see there's an overview about what's happening this week. So what we're covering, what I expect you to read and review, what your assignments are, and then what's coming up for next week. If it's just another week of covering chapter material, it'll just say, week 2 materials and assignments. Then if we go down in the week 1 materials folder, and if you click on that, it opens up and it provides you with materials. So here you'll have, again, a very brief overview. You'll have a PowerPoint that I've created, which most of them have my voice recorded over them. Not all, but most of them do. So you can open that up and look and listen. And then I'll have a YouTube video. So if you click on that, it's going to pop it open, and then you can play it. And then I go through different questions that are in the back of our textbook, but they're from a previous edition, so you can't really follow me from the textbook, just watch the video. But then I'll be on the whiteboard and I'll be working problems out, and then that should help you prepare for your homework. So then if I go back into week 1, then there's a link to your assignments. And then you'll want to use this link here to access the MyMathlab. It's linked directly into Blackboard, which means that as soon as you complete an assignment, once it syncs over, you'll see your grades from the MyMathlab over into Blackboard, which is nice. And then you just go from Blackboard and sync right in, click the link and it syncs you right into the MyMathlab course. So then that's actually how you want to do it, because there will not be a separate course ID. And that's going to be those assignments will be due pretty much every Monday following the week that we cover the material. So that's how pretty much all of them will go until we get to the very last week. The last day of class is Saturday, so that final has to be taken by Saturday. And then you'll have what your objectives are for this chapter, what you should feel comfortable with after you do the homework and read over the chapter, and then how that ties back into our syllabus. And then our syllabus file is over here in the Start Here tab. So again, here we have a course overview, and then within this file you will find your class syllabus and your master syllabus. So you want to make sure you read those over so you understand how the grades are calculated and what the expectations are. But I also have the grades separated out in here. So you will see, if you would open this file, you've got 4 tests which will be taken in MyMathlab for 400 points total. You'll have homework and quizzes that'll also be taken in the MyMathlab, and those total 124 points. For each test, I will have an extra credit assignment worth 5 points each, so that's a total of 20 extra credit points. And then there's always a discussion post for each chapter that covers material. So I think chapter 2 we didn't have a discussion post, but once we get into chapters where there's more concepts, you'll have a discussion post, and those are not required, but they will give you 1 extra credit point for each post that you do, up to 10. And then the final exam is required. I mean, sometimes I have students who do awesome on the first 3 tests and think, yeah, I'm just going to blow the final off. You can't do that. I mean, you can fail the final and still pass the class, but you have to take it. So make sure that you remember that you've got to take the final. Okay, so then that is all in our Start Here tab, along with some other resources, and then your lessons. And then as you open the course up, I'm going to have announcements. So that's what you want to read. So like here's the week 1 announcement. So every week, log in, read my announcement. And sometimes I have students who struggle to know what week you're in. my announcement is always going to tell you, welcome to week 1, or it's week 2, or it's week 3. So you'll know what week you are in. And then read over the announcement, and then move over into your lessons tab, and then get busy into your homework. And then your MyMathlab, I will come over and look at kind of my basic course here. So if I go into, let's see here. Okay, so this is how, when you log in, it would look like this. It would give you your grade book if you had any, and then you could click over here and say, okay, well, what's my homework? So when you click on that homework tab, it's going to show you all of the homework that you have and then the due date. So then you can kind of keep track of that to make sure that you've, and then as you complete it, you'll see this will start to fill in. So it'll tell you how many times you've tried, what your time frame was, and what your score was. Then if we come over to your quizzes and your tests, then you'll see, okay, you have a review quiz for each test, and then you have to take the test. And then you'll have to score at least a 60% on that quiz. You'll get 2 tries at it in order to unlock the test. If you are struggling, if you've taken it twice and you still have not passed it, please contact your instructor, because we can delete your lowest attempt. But you want to be able to just do the best you can, do all your homework, study first, and then take the quiz. So hopefully you'll pass it, and then you can move on to your test. Okay, so then that is again how your MyMathlab is going to be set up, so you can follow your due dates there, and then of course you can follow your grade there, and then they will link directly over into Blackboard. If you need to message me, you can go into the course messages. You can actually message other students in there as well, but you would create a message and then find me and then send me what message you have, what question that you have. Okay, so I think that covers all of the important features. Again, your grade center too, you have a tab for that, so as you have grades, they'll start to populate and you will see those in there. But then I think that covers all of our main areas in this course, and if you have any other questions, please contact your instructor.